Welcome back to Describe World on the channel Europe, a vast and diverse continent that has always sparked curiosity about the biblical origins of its various ethnic groups. If you're interested in delving deeper into this topic, you'll find fascinating genealogical information here. Join us now as we explore the origins of the European peoples, often referred to as the white peoples according to the sacred scriptures. Sit back and enjoy another video from our series, The Origin of Peoples According to the Bible. Europe encompasses numerous countries, including Germany, Austria, Poland, Hungary, France, Italy, Romania, and many more. Did you know that the sacred scriptures actually mention the origins of European peoples? Biblical texts, specifically in chapter 10 of Genesis, cite the names of the ancestors of certain European peoples. By examining these texts and considering the presented symbolism, origins, regions, and countries of various characters and peoples, we can gain valuable insights into the roots of European peoples. Regarding European peoples, the sacred scriptures mention several of them, with a particular focus on the Greek and Macedonian peoples. These groups are considered direct descendants of Japheth, one of the sons mentioned in the genealogies. Consequently, Japheth, according to ancient genealogies, Jewish interpretations, and other historical texts, is widely considered the origin of Europeans. All these sources consistently point to Japheth, the son of Noah. The name Japheth carries various meanings, such as beautiful, pale, enlargement, or multiplication. Biblically, European peoples are referred to as Japhetic or Japhetic peoples. Furthermore, linguistically, the European language family, which includes English, German, Russian, Ukrainian, and several others, is known as the Japhetic language family, acknowledging its connection to the ancestor of European peoples. In the book of Genesis, the sacred scriptures provide details about the ancestors of European peoples, specifically in chapter 10 and the book of Chronicles. These passages outline Japheth's lineage, his 7 sons, and his grandsons. By examining the names of Japheth's sons and grandsons, we can decipher the origins of ancient Europeans. Interestingly, in ancient times, the Israelites themselves referred to European peoples as Japhethites or Javanites, specifically mentioning the Greeks as Javan, or the land of Javan. The book of Genesis presents the names of each of Japheth's children. Allow me to share these names with all of you. Japheth's descendants include Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. Additionally, Gomer had 3 sons, Ashkenaz, Japheth, and Togarmah. Javan had 4 sons, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. It's worth noting that the identification of Ashkenaz as an ancestor of the Germanic peoples is a fascinating and enduring description still recognized among Jews today. Ashkenazi Jews commonly refer to regions such as Germany and other Germanic areas as Ashkenazic. This is because, according to ancient and biblical Jewish views, the ancestor of the Germanic peoples is believed to be Ashkenaz. The Germans themselves are considered descendants of Ashkenaz, along with other Germanic peoples. Additionally, another biblical character named Japheth is associated with the Celtic peoples. According to interpretations and consensus among the Irish, they view Japheth, son of Gomer and grandson of Japheth, as the ancestor of the Celtic peoples. Celtic tribes scattered across Europe trace their ancestry back to Japheth, son of Gomer and grandson of Japheth. In addition to the descendants of Japheth and Ashkenaz, there are other sons of Japheth mentioned in the biblical text, all of whom are considered either European peoples or regions in Europe genetically related to Europeans. For instance, Madai is interpreted as one of the sons of Japheth and represents the nations that settled in the region of Iran. Throughout the biblical narrative, the origins of European peoples are intricately woven, providing historical and cultural connections that span across time and geography. Exploring these origins enhances our understanding of the diverse European cultures and their deep ties to biblical history. The sacred scriptures provide valuable insights into the genealogical roots of various ethnic groups, including the white or Japhetic peoples of Europe. Join us as we unfold the biblical narrative and its connections to the European continent. According to biblical accounts, the ancestors of European peoples are traced back to Japheth, one of the sons of Noah. In the book of Genesis chapter 10, the names of Japheth's sons and grandsons are mentioned, providing clues to the origins of ancient Europeans. Let's explore some of these names and their significance. One of Japheth's sons, Magog, is prominently mentioned in Genesis 10:2. The name Magog has been associated with various peoples throughout history. However, in the context of European origins, Magog is often connected to the ancient Scythians, who inhabited the region that corresponds to present-day Russia and Ukraine. This association suggests a link between Magog and the Slavic peoples, including Russians, Ukrainians, and other Slavic ethnic groups. Another set of names mentioned in Genesis 10:2 are Tubal and Meshech. These names are believed to represent the ancestors of the Russian, Ukrainian, and other Slavic peoples. Tubal is associated with the Tubal River in Russia, while Meshech is linked to the Moscow River and the city of Moscow. These connections suggest that the Slavic peoples have biblical roots tracing back to Tubal and Meshech. It's important to note that the identification of biblical characters with specific ethnic groups is based on historical interpretations and traditions. While these connections are widely accepted among scholars of biblical genealogy and nations, it's important to approach them with an understanding that historical and cultural contexts may influence these interpretations. The Slavic peoples, as descendants of Magog, Tubal, and Meshech, play a significant role in biblical prophecies, especially those found in the books of Revelation, Daniel, Ezekiel, Isaiah, and others. Understanding the genealogical origins of these European peoples is crucial when interpreting apocalyptic prophecies and their connections to current events. Apart from the Slavic peoples, other European ethnic groups also have their roots connected to biblical characters. For example, Ashkenaz, one of the sons of Gomer and grandson of Japheth, is considered the ancestor of the Germanic peoples. This lineage is particularly interesting as it aligns with the historical and cultural connections recognized by Ashkenazi Jews, who commonly refer to regions such as Germany and other Germanic areas as Ashkenazic. Furthermore, biblical texts mention the name Madai, who is associated with the ancient Persians and the Aryan or Iranian peoples. The term Madai bears a resemblance to the name Medes, which is notable due to their shared origins. This connection adds another layer to the genealogical tapestry of European peoples and their ancient roots. Additionally, the biblical character Javan, another son of Japheth, is regarded as the ancestor of the Greek peoples. However, Javan's influence extends beyond the Greeks themselves. Linguistically, the term Javan exhibits similarities in various languages, including English, Hebrew, and Greek. These linguistic connections point to the broader influence of Javan on other groups connected to the Greeks, even if they are not Greeks themselves. For instance, Elisha, one of Javan's sons, is considered the ancestor of the Greek people. The similarity between the name Elisha and the term Helen is evident in multiple languages, further emphasizing the connections between Javan and the Greek-speaking peoples. Another son of Javan mentioned in biblical texts is Tarshish. While the exact identification of Tarshish and its descendants is debated among scholars, some theories associate Tarshish with the ancient Tarsians, who inhabited the Iberian Peninsula. This connection suggests a possible ancestral link between Tarshish and the ancient peoples of Portugal and Spain. Kittim, another son of Javan, is associated with the island of Cyprus. This connection implies that the Cypriots have ancestral ties to Javan and his descendants. As we can see, the biblical narrative provides a tapestry of genealogical connections, offering insights into the origins of European peoples. It's important to approach these interpretations with an understanding of the historical and cultural context in which they developed. While the biblical texts provide valuable clues, they should be complemented with archaeological, historical, and linguistic research to gain a comprehensive understanding of the complex origins of European peoples. In this episode, we have explored the genealogical origins of some European peoples who are genetically related and considered part of the white population in Europe. However, there are many more stories and biblical identifications regarding the origins of these characters that will be discussed in future episodes. We hope you found this episode informative and thought-provoking. Please share your thoughts on the topic and feel free to share the video with others. Stay tuned for the next installment in the series, where we will focus on the origins of Asian peoples according to the Holy Scriptures. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.